Today on the Report program, Cal State Fullerton administration discusses some precautions to take if a shooting were to occur. Online shopping has become a better way to shop, and learn why texting and driving is more dangerous than we think. All this and much more on the Report program.
Hello and welcome to the Report program. We have a wide range of stories for you today. I'm Elaine Kong.
And I'm Denise Dela Cruz.
And I'm Valerie Vasquez. It has been all over the news for the past week. The San Bernardino mass shooting has created chaos and distress among the public, causing the gun law debate to come up once again. Reporter Vanessa Martinez gives us the details on the shooter's weapons and on one politician's reactions.
The FBI has revealed that the shooters had participated in target practice just days before the mass shooting. But where did these guns come from? The mass shooters were armed with 4 variants of the AR-15 assault rifle and semi-automatic versions of the military M16 rifle, along with 3,000 rounds of ammo. These assault rifles are known to be used by law enforcement and target shooting hobbyists. Although California is known for having the strictest gun laws in the nation, the weapons used in the massacre were purchased just a few cities away from San Bernardino. Meredith Davis, a spokeswoman for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, stated that officials traced the 4 guns back to Annie's Get Your Gun store in Corona. The business describes itself as the family-friendly gun store. Since the massacre, police officials have confirmed that the shooter's assault rifles were legally purchased to kill the 14 people and injure 21 more. This tragic event has reignited the gun law debate once again among the public and presidential candidates. Candidate Hillary Clinton was the first to speak out about the subject on Twitter and later address the public.
Of the gun lobby, and do something as sensible as making sure people on the terrorist watch list can't buy weapons. If you are too dangerous to fly in America, you are too dangerous to buy a gun in America.
So what do we know about the shooters?
It appears that he came back into the U.S. in July of 2014, as I said earlier. I do not know all the countries he visited. We know he did go to Pakistan at one point. We know she is here on a K-1 visa under a Pakistani passport.
Since the massacre, authorities have confirmed that the female shooter supported and pledged allegiance to the Islamic State terrorist group. However, they are still working to determine if the couple has ever taken orders from ISIS leaders. I'm Vanessa Martinez, reporting for the Report program.
Our hearts here at Cal State Fullerton really go out to the victims' family and friends.
I definitely agree with Presidential Hillary Clinton that we need to scrutinize the gun control screening process.
A motivational speaking event happened over the weekend that drew in over 200 people. Lee Carroll and other speakers were there to deliver the message of love rather than feed into the fear that the world is seeing. Here's Natasha Gooby reporting on the event.
This doesn't put you out, nothing will, kids. This is my fave.
In the New Age group, a very popular speaker named Lee Carroll channels a particular spirit called Cryon. Cryon is known all around the world, delivering motivational speeches for spiritual people. They have group events and travel to indigenous places to connect with the people there. This particular event was held at the Radisson Hotel, where 200 people attended and experienced the community. They had vendors selling jewelry, books, instruments, and crystals. The Radisson Hotel is also their homeroom, where the channeling began and developed over the past 26 years in Orange County. Dr. Todd Ovalkadis was also one of the speakers who has been working with the scientists on developing more nutritional, higher conscious, non-GMO produce, including stem cell research that has been backed by the Argentinian president because of their amazing discoveries. Craig Kolovich from San Diego explains how his first Cryon event went.
So this was my first Cryon event. I've been wanting to attend one for a very long time now. I've heard so much about it. You know, with all the different speakers there, they had so much information, a lot of things that I was searching for. The technology they talked about really helped me see for a brighter future, because, you know, with the things going on today in the world, live in love, not fear, is something we all need. This was truly a great experience and would love to come back again.
This is Natasha Gooby Cummings reporting from the Report Program.
That actually looks really interesting. I would probably have to check it out next year.
Definitely.
I agree. I'd love to learn more, though there is a lot to learn about it, as the interviewee said. What goes into your food may not be as obvious as what's on the label. Does anyone know what is a GMO or what it stands for? Ashley Pellegrini has a story on the mystery of what could be inside your food.
For millions of people across the United States, what goes into our food is of utmost importance. Many people believe that they are eating healthy when they buy from the produce section of their local grocery store. However, this isn't the case. Even your vegetables and fruit could be tainted with GMOs. What's a GMO? GMO stands for Genetically Modified Organisms. According to the Non-GMO Project, a website designed to inform you of what a GMO is and how to identify if your food has been modified and what you can do to take action, making more people aware. Well-known comedian Jimmy Kimmel asked random people on the streets if they knew what a GMO really was, and not surprisingly, most people acted as if they knew what they were talking about.
There's just a vibration with GMOs. For me personally, just something that I don't particularly want to put into my body.
What does GMO stand for?
Genetically modified. Genetically modified.
The O?
The
O.
I don't know.
Bishop Don Magic Wand, what is a GMO?
Well, I'm not really sure. You have to make me familiar with that. What is a GMO?
Jeffrey M. Smith, Executive Director at the Institute of Responsible Technology, discusses why GMO labeling is not a mandatory state law.
You may not have even heard of GMOs. You're going to hear that Prop 37 is going to cost you $400 a year more in your groceries, that it was poorly written and with exceptions developed by special interests, that it was designed by trial lawyers to create shakedown lawsuits, that it's bad for farmers, that it's bad for small business. All of that's untrue. It's not going to cost anyone extra, and it just requires companies to acknowledge if they're using GMOs. But the disinformation was so profound, it caused so many people to be confused about Prop 37, and we know that if someone is confused about a proposition, they tend to vote no.
As of current, most products are not labeled and do not indicate whether or not they have been genetically modified. And just because it's labeled organic does not entirely mean it's completely safe and void of all tampering. For more information on what a GMO is and how you can be more proactive, please visit www.nongmoproject.org for more information.
But not yet.
It's actually really interesting what's actually in our food, you know, with GMOs or anything that, you know, gets put on it. So I definitely want to learn more.
Well, Elaine, what is a GMO?
It's a genetically modified organism.
Wow, nice.
Yes,
Good
yes.
job.
More and more people are looking into doing their Christmas shopping online this season. Here's Joseph Corcoran with the latest.
According to Fortune.com, customer habits have shifted more this holiday season to online. 103 million Americans shopped online over this past Thanksgiving Black Friday weekend, outnumbering the amount of people who chose to wait in lines at major department stores. This marks the first time e-commerce shoppers outnumbered brick-and-mortar customers. Amazon has set the bar as far as it comes to online deals. This forced retailers like Best Buy, Walmart, and Target to push their promotions a day earlier on Thursday. More and more people seem to be choosing an alternative to hectic Christmas shopping at stores and prefer to do it in the comfort of their own home. For the report, I'm Joseph Corcoran.
I actually did both this year. I went shopping with my mom in stores and I went for Cyber Monday online.
Great. I'm going to beat the crowds and do all of my holiday shopping online. See how it goes. With the holidays around the corner, many people are trying to figure out what's better, online shopping or in-store shopping. Here's Eric Orozco with the story.
As the holidays quickly approach, many people still wonder if it's better to shop online or shop retail. According to PwC's annual survey, almost 40% of consumers make purchases inside a physical store, compared to just 27% who do the same online. Many consumers can agree that shopping at a retailer gives the consumer a better overall experience than online shopping.
There is a thing about the product and its cost, but there's also a big part of being treated like a valued customer.
Whether you are looking for that special gift for a loved one or a friend, head to your local retailer where you can actually touch, feel, and take part in that holiday shopping experience. My name is Eric Orozco, reporting for the Report program.
Elaine, although I will miss out on touching the products in stores, I don't think that hot cocoa shopping indoors will beat the cold weather.
You know, I need to find a Christmas tree, but I don't think you can really do that online, so I'll probably have to go find it in stores.
Probably not.
Yeah. Cal State Fullerton students in Professor Robert Cruzada's Com 201 class has an assignment to show the dangers of texting while driving. Robert Cavas with more on this story.
Cal State Fullerton Professor Robert Cruzada's Com 201 class had an assignment to show the dangers of texting while driving. The assignment took place on Thursday, December 3rd in Parking Lot A. Students had to type the message, "May the Force be with you," while staying inside the cones and operating a faculty golf cart-like vehicle. Students that typed the message struggled controlling the cart, while those who had no issues on the road couldn't correctly type the simple message. One student, Becky Vasquez, almost drove into the group of students and cameras while trying to text and drive.
Well, it was really scary because at the beginning he told me to floor it, and then right around the corner he told me to start texting, and then that's when I lost control of the golf cart. And then I think the scariest part was when I looked up and I saw like all the cameras and all the people standing there. That's what like really scared me the most. So.
How far did you get into the text message?
Not very far. I don't think I got a single word. It's just a bunch of letters put together.
I've been in 2 rear-end car accidents from texting while driving, both my fault.
How did you feel after the accident?
I felt really bad and really stupid.
Again, some stats, 1.6 million accidents per year. Texting while driving causes that. 330,000 injuries per year. 11 teen deaths every day. Nearly 25% of all car accidents.
Looks like the professor's had some practice texting and driving. You're not fooling us, Professor. Com 201 students got to experience the dangers of texting while driving, as a passenger, and an innocent bystander. So next time you feel the urge to text while driving, ask yourself, is it really worth it? I'm Robert Cavazos with the Report program.
Valerie, I do have to admit, I've texted and driven before.
Wow, you don't say. Well, Elaine, I think it's great that California State University Fullerton is focusing this program on students, considering the millennials do know that we're known for technology, and as we are out in the streets traveling to school, here we are using technology. Good for Cal State Fullerton.
Yes.
Coming up after the break, a few of our foreign correspondents visited Costa Rica and tells us more about the markets and wildlife. Do you love eating and not having to travel to get your food? There's a new app that's out that can help all this. Coming up, don't go anywhere.
This financial advisor is being accused of committing one of the largest investment frauds in the history of the United States.
I guess we're not going to Aspen. That's fine. You see, I like tennis balls. He likes insider trading. So he's going to jail and I'm going to a shelter. And no, they're not the same thing. Shelters are for good pets that want to be adopted. Jails are for criminals. I've done nothing. Uh-oh. Ooh, okay, I stole a cheeseburger once. I'm a dog.
Hello and welcome back to the Report program.
Laws and regulations in Costa Rica are incredibly strict for companies that want to reforest in their country. Our foreign correspondent, Elaine Kong, has more on this story.
current deforestation issue here in Costa Rica, government officials and experts are working together to try and fix it, but some believe differently in their methods.
I always said Mother Earth doesn't need our help. Mother Earth, all what it needs is just that we stop doing what we're doing. The practices that we're using are not good for Mother Nature. In this particular case, these big companies, they're working hard to erase the track that they left behind. Costa Rica is going to be the next carbon neutral country by the year 2022. On the present time, we have approximately 80% of the committed. So all what we have to do is just start to using clean fuels. Like to share and take advantage that in this particular moment, we are the country that has 325 days in a row without using any bunker energy sources. Everything is natural and clean. We're using water, we're using wind, we're using sun, we're using everything is clean. The volcanoes. So definitely, I think we're going on the right track, but there's still a lot of work to do. So answering your question, so at the present time, I guess if a company dare to cause any damage to the environment or even though contaminated our springs, immediately there will be an international suit where protected by UNESCO, United Nations will react, and of course that company will be eradicated from Costa Rica.
Companies in Costa Rica can only deforest in 50% of the country and need government approval to deforest. Some believe that the government is still not doing enough. Stephen Farrell, a native Californian, moved to Costa Rica and has taken matters in his own hands by starting his own farm to help reforest Costa Rica.
So we reforested with native species an area for about 600 meters. Once you start working with selected native species, they grow better in the areas, and they're also more apt and better for wildlife, so the diversity is able to use those native species, and that creates a natural biological corridor, and then all of a sudden you get a flow back and forth from our isolated 125 acres to this really great vast area of lots of animals and seeds and flowers that were able to work their way down into the forest. As a result, that tiny little corridor, which had only maybe 10,000 trees in it at the most.
Of all the locations I've been here in Costa Rica, I've seen little to no signs of deforestation. But where the locals live and where tourists are two separate locations. Reporting to you from Costa Rica, this is Elaine Kong.
Elaine, that sounds like a great experience. Please do share with us how your trip to Costa Rica was.
It was an amazing trip, but it was really humid there, and when it wasn't humid, it was raining. So it was a lot of crazy weather compared to Southern California.
Of course.
Yeah. Costa Rica is known for being home to thousands of wildlife. Nice de la Cruz takes us to a sanctuary in Costa Rica, helping exotic animals in need.
Costa Rica is a beautiful country where many tourists flock to find adventures in the rainforest and exotic animals. Costa Rica is home to more than 500,000 species of wildlife, which represent nearly 4% of the total species estimated worldwide, making Costa Rica one of the 20 countries with the highest biodiversity in the world. Every year, the animal sanctuary CSUF in Alajuela, Costa Rica admits approximately 2,800 orphaned, injured, and confiscated wild mammals, birds, and reptiles. Aleida Mendez Hernandez has been rescuing these animals at CSUF for nearly 10 years. Aleida shares one of her most memorable rescue stories. This monkey had been attacked by a tiger when she came to us. She was in critical condition. We stitched back up her wounds, and she suffered a lot because every day we had to wash her and her wounds thoroughly. It looked like she was crying while we did this. When this monkey finally reached recovery, every time we approached her, she would grab our hands, almost as if she was trying to say thank you. Animals do express themselves when someone has helped them, and that's beautiful. Like most Costa Ricans, or ticos, Aleida is very welcoming of tourists, but she only asks that they respect nature and the animals that live in it. Thankfully, our country is very rich in fauna or wildlife. We know that we get a lot of visitors who may go to the beach and find an injured animal. Well, we exist. This is a place where anyone can drop off an animal who is in need of medical attention. Unfortunately, there are people even in my country whose hearts aren't swayed into helping our native animals, and they hurt them instead. We ask that you take care of our land and wildlife, but also enjoy yourself. I'm very happy and grateful to God for my beautiful country, so I try to give back to nature every day. Reporting from Costa Rica, I'm Denise Dela Cruz.
So there was a handful of you, huh, that went together?
It was actually a study abroad program with Cal State Fullerton. So there was probably around 10 of us that went with Professor Brody.
Well, where do I sign up?
You can't. It's no longer available.
Great. Denise Dela Cruz shares with us the story of Maleku, an indigenous tribe in Costa Rica, trying to preserve their culture in modern times.
The Maleku is the smallest tribe of indigenous people in Costa Rica. Only about 625 Malekus are left. Once a tribe with approximately 265,000 people and territory that stretched out as far as the Nicaraguan border. Inside the small home in La Fortuna, Costa Rica, the Malekus showcase their traditions and culture. Yet this is only just a show. In order to support their way of life, the Malekus have turned to hyper-local tourism, offering tours of their homes, schools, medical gardens, and dance ceremonies. Selling masks, bowls, and musical instruments carved from wood is their biggest source of income. The Maleku attire, consisting of a palm leaf skirt and a tree bark top, is only worn for tourists. Today, the Maleku dress in contemporary clothing. Philander Alvarez is a 29-year-old Maleku leader who is one of few to go to college. Philander shares that the Costa Rican government, in an effort to modernize the reservation, slowly stripped away parts of the Maleku culture.
El mayor enemigo del Maleku es el gobierno. Nosotros no podemos construir casas típicas malecos porque nos tienen prohibido extraer la palma.
¿Por qué?
Porque ellos dicen que está en peligro de extinción, pero lo que ellos no quieren es que nosotros continuemos con nuestra cultura. En el año 1986, una comitiva del gobierno, primera administración de Óscar Arias Sánchez, visitó mi pueblo y nos destruyó las casas típicas maleco.
Ay.
Como si yo llegara a la casa de ustedes y empiece a destruir la casa sin yo explicarle el por qué. Ellos nos destruyeron las casas típicas maleco y nos hicieron casas de concreto. Si yo parto de un análisis personal, yo digo que perfecto, está muy bien, pero si tan siquiera nos hubieran dado una capacitación de cómo vivir en ese nuevo sistema de hogar. Porque mi gente siempre vivía en una casa con piso de tierra, el fuego siempre estaba en el centro, símbolo de la vida.
Sí.
Cuando nos dieron casa de concreto, mi gente creía que en el piso de concreto podían tener fuego. Y por lo caliente del fuego, el piso se quebró.
Sí.
Por el humo, el techo quedó negro. 28 años después, las casas están deterioradas. Comíamos en hoja. ¿Qué hacíamos con la hoja después de comer?
¿Te comiste la...?
No, lo botábamos, porque es orgánico.
Sí, sí, sí.
No contamina. Nos dieron platos de vidrio, de plástico, de cerámica. ¿Qué hacíamos con esos platos después de comer? También lo botábamos. Nadie nos enseñó que se puede reutilizar. Nosotros aprendimos a vivir en esta sociedad por méritos propios y gracias a...
Elaine, I really wish I could have been there with you guys. It seems like you guys had a blast and it was so informative.
I think the only thing we really kind of missed out on was going to see the actual tribe itself, because it was a show that they put on for us, so seeing that would have been really cool.
Ryan Paletti comes to us from Costa Rica with an International Beer Cup winner.
I'm at the Stiefel Pub in San Jose, Costa Rica, where award-winning craft brewer Adolfo Marin explains how he's on the forefront of the Costa Rican craft beer revolution.
The first idea was just open a place with just Costa Rican beers, local beers. And my friends around me said, you are going to broke your business because you need to sell Stella Artois or Heineken or very foreign beers, and base it in the sustainability and base it in the recycled things. We decide to just sell Costa Rican beers, but At that time, we just have 4 Costa Rican beers, so so we decided to start brewing. Well, the name of the brewery is Primate. You know, it's like a Homo erectus or like an old monkey. Why? Because we love to experiment. We are not experts. We just we love to try and drop batches of beer because we want to experiment and learn. That's it. Well, Costa Ricans used to drink the same beer during the last 40, 35 years. So most of people wants to change, wants to try different, flavors, wants to try different markets as well. So in 2005 exactly, we got the first craft beer in Costa Rica, and it was accepted, and a really good acceptation as well. And here in Costa Rica, we have really good water from mountains. We have more than 50 exotic fruits to, use it as bouquets and make some experiments as well. And unfortunately, we didn't have hops and malts right now, but we love it. People love craft beer.
The lack of hops hasn't slowed him down.
Well, it's complicated. Anytime I brew, it's like I'm not sure. It's not the best flavor, and it's part of I need to try to improve the recipes every time. But I will say any IPA, the IPA, San Jose IPA, for example, it's a good beer. I like it.
The San Jose IPA won the silver medal at the World Beer Cup in Chile this year.
I just want to brew better every day.
Elaine, when are you turning 21?
I already turned 21.
Well, I'm not there yet, but when I do turn 21, I wonder if we can share some of that award-winning beer.
I'm down. Boom! The only place that sells souvenirs in San Jose, Costa Rica is a little market that I went to in Costa Rica. So here's me in Costa Rica. Anything from bags, sandals, and wallets can be found here, and the only place in San Jose, Costa Rica that sells souvenirs. It might seem like something small behind me, but it is one of the largest source of income here in Costa Rica. What are you doing here in Costa Rica?
I am studying abroad for 2 semesters.
Is this your first time here, or have you been on the street multiple times?
This is my second time here. I'm wrapping up my first semester and going home, so I'm trying to buy gifts for my family and friends.
And when you buy gifts, what kind of gifts do you buy?
I mean, it's hard. For my brother and my dad, I'm trying to find like a mug and a wallet because boys are hard to shop for. And then my sister, I bought a hat. My mom, I bought like a key hanger. And then my other friend, I got something because she's going to be a teacher, so I bought something to put it in the classroom.
And how much do you usually spend per person?
Usually I try and stay around $10, but it's a little bit hard here because they raised the price for foreigners.
I spoke with the president of the outdoor souvenir market about the types of items made and sold by locals. He mentions the items are mostly handmade by Costa Rican natives living in the capital.
Tenemos 25 años, pero mi familia tiene desde el año 70. O sea, mi familia en sí, ¿verdad?
The market has been here for 60 years, but my family has been owning it since the 60s. I bring artisanal goods, so I was born in a family that creates artisanal goods. It's something that you're born with. It's like something natural. The important thing about this market is that it has to be something different. If you do a tour in San Jose, it's the only market that exists with artisanal goods. So we're obligated as a market to have all the requirements to show the tourists that visit during the years. We can see that tourists can come for a hammock and a keychain. Like I said before, anything that they really want. The tourists come during the summer and go crazy. They like the market we have and the way it's structured, the location. They come for like a bracelet, a belt, a hat. We try to unroll and give the tourists comfort and give them the items we have at hand so they don't have to go so far and they can take advantage of all the items we have around.
Signing off from San Jose, Costa Rica, this is Elaine Kong for the Report Program.
My brother actually just went to Costa Rica as well, and he brought me back just the cutest mug in the world.
Well, if he was in San Jose, Costa Rica, that is the place he went to, because that's the only place in San Jose, Costa Rica that sells trinkets like that.
I did not know that.
Here at Cal State Fullerton, we have a couple of TV programs like the Report program, but this semester something new started. A new TV newscast began this semester, but the difference is that it's completely in Spanish. For more information on the new TV program, we got our reporter Cynthia Pasillas.
This year at CSUF, a new TV show started. But the difference of this TV show is that it's completely in Spanish. It's the first Spanish TV show at CSUF. The name of the program is Al Día. Today in the report program, we went behind the scenes of a production day in Al Día. Many of the students that are from Al Día are volunteers. It's not necessarily a class. They're just there because they want to gain experience behind and in front of cameras. For example, Romina Camacho, a CSUF student and a volunteer in Al Día, explains what she expects to have from Al Día and why she volunteers.
A broadcast journalism program here, and being Latina, I have to be in the loop for everything. So that's how I heard about Al Día through like some other people here in the program.
What made you join?
Well, it's the only Spanish show in the school, so why not doing it?
Adeline Fiallos, another CSUF student and a volunteer of Al Día, explains as well why she volunteered at Al Día and what is Al Día for her.
And I love it. I think it's a great opportunity to learn more about the news programs in Spanish. And I think Al Día is such a great opportunity for us Latinos that are here at Cal State Fullerton and want to get involved in the communications field. We're getting a lot of experience in what the Hispanic media is all about, and I think it's a great opportunity for us to network with the Spanish television networks.
Cynthia Pasillas for the report program.
Valerie, I've actually always wanted to learn Spanish fluently. I've taken 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I'm still not fluent.
Well, I won't be surprised if I do see you there, Elaine. A little bit goes a long way. Now we go to Eradavius Simpson, who tells us about the Korean friendship bell.
The Korean Friendship Bell is located in San Pedro. It is a massive bronze bell housed in a stone pavilion in the Angel Gate Park, also known as the Korean American Peace Park. On October 3, 1976, the Republic of Korea presented the bell to the American people to celebrate the bicentennial of the United States and to symbolize friendship between the two nations. It occupies the upper reservation of Fort MacArthur, neighboring the Fort MacArthur Museum, the historic Point Fermin Lighthouse, and the Point Fermin Park. Besides its historical surroundings, it has a beautiful view from the park and monument over the Pacific Ocean, making it an ideal location for weddings, ceremonies, picnics, and other events.
We should actually go there and ring that bell.
We are graduating very soon. That would be a fun trip to take. I agree.
Now let's take you straight to our sports update. There's so much going on in the sports world. We have the Golden State Warriors, who are still undefeated with a 22-0 record. The MLA winter meetings are underway, and the NFL is nearing its final weeks of the regular season. If you're a sports fan, there's definitely a lot to talk about this week. But let's take you right over to Detroit, Michigan for our top sports play of the week. After a controversial face mask call against the Lions, the Packers, down by 2, take the gunshot snap with 0 seconds left in the game. Aaron Rodgers scrambles through the defense and throws a 61-yard Hail Mary pass and is caught off guard by Richard Rodgers in the end zone. Unbelievable. According to the Elias Sports Bureau, this is the longest game-winning, game-ending Hail Mary touchdown in NFL history. The Packers defeat the Lions at 27-23 and move to the first in the NFL North Division. After the game, near Green Bay head coach Mike McCarthy said this is probably the best throw he's ever seen in the time in the game. Despite the Packers' lack of offense in the first half, Richard Rodgers walks away with 146 yards, 1 touchdown, and 8 receptions. Imagine a world where desserts and alcohol coincide. Miranda Altimes takes us to a place that offers just that.
Cupcakes, one of the most coveted cupcake shops in Orange County. What is Hapa? Hapa is a term used to describe someone who is half Caucasian and half Asian. The 2 owners of the establishment are actually Hapa. This also coincides with the mantra of their cupcakes, a mixture of alcohol and dessert. No, it is not possible to get intoxicated off the cupcakes. The alcohol is baked away and evaporated, but the leftover combined flavors will still be ritzy with every bite. This unique shop was even featured on Cupcake Wars on the Food Network.
What makes Hapa so unique is that we specialize in alcohol-infused cupcakes, and there's not a lot of places that bake with alcohol. Another unique thing about us is that we are Hapa, and it is run by 2 people who are Hapa, so it's really cool.
Birthday vanilla and strawberries and champagne flavored cupcakes are among the top sellers. This is Miranda Alzheim reporting for the Report Program.
I actually usually go to Sprinkles Cupcakes, but I'll probably have to check this place out.
Hapa cupcakes sounds delicious. I think I will go with you. For those of you who love the convenience of Uber, now there are similar services for food delivery. Foodies can now download an app, order what food they want, and independent delivery drivers will show up right at your doorstep. Not everyone is happy with these services, though. One big company is bringing a lawsuit to stop these delivery apps from delivering burgers. Reporter Amy Tran has more on the story.
With today's advanced technology, anything can be delivered to your door at the touch of your fingertips. It's not just pizza being delivered anymore. Started in 2013, Grubhub is an online company that delivers food from local restaurants, like Uber for food. There are even companies like Postmates that will deliver everything from food to school supplies 24/7. While customers may be happy with so many restaurant options being delivered right to their front door, one company, In-N-Out, is not so happy. In fact, they are suing DoorDash, an online restaurant delivery company, for delivering its food without permission. The concern? In-N-Out has no control over the food handling, delivery, and safety practices of these third-party delivery drivers. While food delivery services can be convenient, they can also pose potential health hazards to consumers, as drivers are not certified for food handling. Will the In-N-Out lawsuit force legislators to create new regulations for this emerging service? Only time will tell. I'm Amy Tran, reporting for the Report Program.
That's going to be it for us today. Be sure to tune in next Monday for the next episode of the Report Program. I'm Denise Dela Cruz.
I'm Elaine Kong.
And I'm Valerie Vasquez. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night.